What's going on, Panther family? It's your fave Panther Casper, and I got for you a brand new album review of Eminem, Music to Be Murdered By, Side B. Why is it called Side B? There is no Side A in title of Music to Be Murdered By, the first one. So why are we getting Side B for this one? Can we kill this trend? Can we kill the trend of putting extra tracks to an album that's already been out, wasn't even that good, and just adding more to it? Just release another album, please. That's all I ask. Oh, and better bars too. Yes. But before we get into this, I want to let everyone know I'm not an Eminem hater at all. I enjoy Marshall Mathers LP. I enjoy Slim Shady LP, even though the humor and the jokes haven't really aged too well on that one. But I'll let you figure that one out with a listen. And Eminem Show. I thought those three were pretty great albums. Now, after that, I don't know what happened. Eminem just went down this tunnel. No, better yet, abyss of mediocrity. Except for Marshall Mathers LP2. I felt like that was a decent return. But after that, I don't know what happened. We got Revival, which was more like a death. More than a revival. More like I didn't make it. That's pretty much what Revival was. I mean, production was horrible. The hooks were horrible. The flows were horrible. I mean, don't get me wrong. He does have technical skill. He's never really lost that. But it sounds bad. He sounded like a robot, an angry robot taking a shit. That's what he sounded like. And then we got Kamikaze, which was an album where he was upset with the backlash of critics saying his album was trash. And he couldn't really come into terms with that. I don't know why, but I mean, you said it about Relapse, and Relapse wasn't even that bad. So you're mad about the bad reception for Revival. He should have gotten over it. And then we get Music to Be Murdered By, the first one, not side A, the first one, where he's pretty much complaining about the bad reception for Revival and all of his other releases. And I'm like, you're selling. You're selling, you're getting money, you're making a living. Who cares what people say? Let that roll off, just like you let it roll off on Marshall Mathers LP, which is what made that great. But it just seems like it's getting to you and you're just bitter. However, I will say on this, production was definitely a lot better. Flows were a lot better. But that does not make a great album. What makes a great album is great lyrics, great songwriting, great production. Well, we'll put production first. Production, consistency, great songwriting, and some creativity. Now, we got production, okay? We got the flows, but the songwriting really, really needs Jesus Christ in a hammock on a Sunday with a rabbi and a priest doing the Macarena. That's what this album needed. And any other religion. It just needed all the faith in the world. All the faith, all the power in the world. And it didn't get that. Didn't get that at all. In fact, we just got a bunch of mediocre bars that sounded like a third grader would write them. It sounds like bars that a dad who's out of touch and just has no taste in humor whatsoever would say, that's trying to make their child laugh and their friends laugh, but really is just coming off very cringy and embarrassing. Like, Dad, no, not funny. Go another room. Yeah, this. I'll share the bars with you. I'll share the bars with you. Like, right from the jump, he's going off. And even topic wise, it's Eminem as we know him. You know what I mean? Brash, rude, violent towards women. It's Eminem. It's Eminem as you know him. But God, with bars like, she cheats and I catch her like the common cold. Really? Are you really going to say that? Like, aha! I caught you like the common cold. Like, how many times have we heard that? You know what I mean? I feel like he's taken the most cliche similes that are so basic and just passing them off like they're rap god level. And they're not. They are not. They are not thought provoking. And there were times where his bars were simple but effective. But this sounds like he's trying way too hard and it's coming off way too simple. It's really challenging, and it was a rough listen. It was definitely a rough listen. Oh, you want to hear more? You want to hear more bars? Okay. I don't know why you want to hear more of the bars, but here they go. Another one is, we're an unlikely pair, like two different Nike Airs, but the same size. I'm the same size she wears, so I think we're soulmates. You get it? Like the inside of a shoe, a soul, mate, pair. You get it? Yeah, you got it. You got it. You understand it. It's not fun anymore. There's no layers to it. It's just basic boilerplate rhyming similes thrown into your face, and you're like, that was not that good. I mean, it was clever, I suppose, but nothing I'd want to go back to. And then I guess the cleverness is there. I'm sorry, but for me, I'm past that. I'm past the cliched, almost clever shit. I'm past that. I need layers. I need something that's going to make me want to come back to it. Or sometimes it could be simple. You know, you could be simple and clever, but not corny. And I feel like this album is just riddled with corniness. Like, and these super cliche rhyme schemes of Imagine Dragons. Imagine Dragons? Really? You couldn't come up with any other band? Any other, like, blood-soaked hardcore band? You had to come up with the most commercial, most fucking tasteless, unseasoned, gutless band of all time. You had to do that. Like, this is actually happening. I'm a sucker for pain. I'm stuck with this radioactive pattern, or let's say pattern, but by her hair, by her motherfucking hair, all I imagine dragon. Yeah, get it? Imagine dragon. I'm dragging her by her hair and imagining it. But there's also a band called Imagine Dragons. You get it? And then Alfred's theme, which I do appreciate how he took the theme and like rapped over it. I thought that was cool. So that was a highlight. However, what was not a highlight is the dad jokes that follow along with this, such as every line's obscene, perverted his mind, got the dirtiest rhymes stocked. That's why there's parental advising every time I drop. Whew. I drop. You get it? I drop. I drop the album. Advisory. Yeah. Yeah, I know. It's really corny once you think about it, isn't it? And then there's this bar where he's kind of honest, I suppose. Like he kind of knows that he's not giving us his best when he puts out a line saying, "How could I get up in arms about you saying trash is all that I put out, but I still get the bag when I'm putting garbage out." Ha! Those are bars, guys. Yeah. Well, at least he's honest. At least he knows he's putting out trash. At least he knows. And oh yeah, it gets worse from there, much worse. Book of Rhymes. Oh man, Book of fucking Rhymes. You see, with this, you would think that he's about to give you these jaw-dropping, mind-bending, dizzying bars imaginable that he kept stocked away. Like, I stocked these away, guys. You guys don't know what you're ready for, because what I have here is gonna change music. It's gonna change the game. You guys are not ready. And what does he give us? A bunch of toilet humor. That's what he gives us. Saying, haven't used all my tricks I have, so like my balls, it's in my bag. And I tend to get a little testy when I'm mad. Ugh. Like, you really thought of this. You really thought of this. Wrote this down and thought this was excusable. This is inexcusable. Like, come on. You're supposed to be one of the greatest of all time, and you're giving us this? And then you got Guns A-Blazing, where it's Eminem and Dre dissing women. Yep, that's what the song is. Just a diss towards women, which... It's like, can we get anything new at this point? Can we get any new material? Can we? And then we get Nat, which I've heard so much about. People are saying it's fire. It's as fire as a fucking plastic candle. That's how fire this album is. It's a trash fire because it's Eminem spitting COVID bars. And I feel like COVID bars, they will never be good. They will never be good. I'm sorry. Especially when you have cliches such as bars are like COVID. You got them right off the bat. You can get it? COVID off the bat. Came from a bat. Yeah, we fucking get it. And what are these lines about killing children? Like piling 8 million children. Like, could we get anything that's a consistency of just something new? Something new, something different. I felt like he was onto something with Darkness, on the Music to Be Murdered By album, but it just didn't pan out that way, and it barely panned out that way here. And then you go on further to, again, like say how the game is so unlyrical and how there's no substance. But then you brought on somebody who barely has any substance and is all about materialism and all about really just nothing but like showboating and talking about gangsta shit. You know? I mean, I respect 50 as a businessman, but it's, let's be real, like all he raps about is like that gun shit and just nothing really substantive, nothing really that creative. And you signed him. You brought him in. So all these dudes that are coming out now and being not very substantive, that was from you. That was from you signing 50. Because by you signing 50, you've influenced a whole generation of the thing you are complaining about. That's what you did. And then we get Favored Bitch. And Favored Bitch, this is pretty much like it's like a redo of Common's I Used to Love Her, except it's not very endearing. It's not very cute. It's not very clever. The bars here, like, I don't know what was worse. No, I think I know what was worse. It's pretty much, not only are you like treating hip hop as a woman that you would not want to lose and you are, I guess, infatuated with, in love with, but you're threatening her, like calling her a bitch, saying, not to move. I'll kill you. Don't fuck with me. If you move, I'll kill you. Don't fuck with me. Like, yeah, now we pretty much have a good idea of why you have bad luck in your love life. If that is how you treat women in your life, I'm not sure. But by you saying bars like this, it really gives me the impression that maybe you could be the problem to your situations. Maybe. And then we get bars like I'm just trolling you pussies, but I'm like a baby stroller. You know how you roll if you push me. Or something along those lines. Like, this is off the top. I got notes, but yeah, this is the most probably ghetto fucking music review you'll probably ever see. It's from my phone, so bear with me. But come on. If you're trying to be assertive, put fear into your antagonists, would you really say to somebody, hey man, I'm like a baby stroller, okay? You're gonna know how I roll when you push me. Yeah. Yeah, you're gonna know how I roll if you push me, man. I'm like a baby stroller. Like, I don't really see where the intimidation would come with that. Like, a baby stroller just pretty much just rolls and carries an infant. There's really nothing threatening about that. Unless the baby has a bomb in his hand, maybe. But yeah, not very threatening. It's just like, there's a reason why these bars haven't been said before. And that just may be. That just may be. However, I will admit, Zeus is a tolerable track. I do think that White Gold delivered a nice chorus. I do believe that. Eminem comes through with some BLM bars, which I felt were very heartfelt and genuine. And just voicing his frustration with Snoop, even though the bar wasn't really that good, but it gets a pass. And then you get the last track, I'm Discombobulated. Like, that was a good one. I felt like you were being playful again. You were being lighthearted again. You know, you were being silly and it was fun and it just brought me back to a time of the Eminem show era. But after that, it's just too little, too late. And yeah, I'm I'm sorry. I did not enjoy this as much as maybe you guys, as much as you stands would. I did not. My enjoyment level of this, I would give uh, I would give it 1.5 stars. That's what I would give this as far as my enjoyment level. Another thing too, this is all my opinion. You could have a different one. You could agree with Eminem's ideologies, I suppose. I just don't agree with them. I don't find them entertaining, and I just did not enjoy this album. Oh yeah, and the key skit. Can't forget the key skit. God, why did he think it was a good idea to imitate a Muppet and just sing poorly about getting hot chicks? Like, it was not funny. It was just grating and annoying. And okay, that's enough. It's enough. It's enough. It's enough. But yeah, that's my take on this album. How many stars would you give this thing? Let me know. The Panthers shall return another day.